Yeah, I'm sorry.
just saying sir, I'm just saying that Hillary Clinton's the opposition to her, the negatives against her have been built up by Donald Trump just hammering away at her. And up until now, at least, he has not been going after you as much.
Hey,
She's fighting two big candidates, and you're fighting one.
Really? Oh, really? Andrea, in every state that we have won, in 19 states, we have had to take on the entire Democratic establishment. We've had to take on senators and governors and mayors and members of Congress. That's what we have taken on. So please do not moan to me about Hillary Clinton's problems. I'm in this race to win. We're taking on the Democratic establishment. We are standing up for working people, and we have a shot. It is a steep hill to climb, but we're going to fight for every last vote that we can get, every delegate that we can get, and that's what I intend to do in the next month, 5 weeks.
Well, I don't think I was moaning about Hillary Clinton's problems, but just to point out, let me play a little bit of Donald Trump on Morning Joe and ask you to react.
Well, Bernie Sanders has a message that's interesting. I'm going to be taking a lot of the things that Bernie said and using them. He said some things about her that are actually surprising, you know, that essentially she has no right to even be running, and that she's got bad judgment. When he said bad judgment, I said soundbite.
So if you do, I'm just saying, if you do lose, are you giving him the weapons against her?
Well, if Donald Trump wants to take my ideas and fight for a single-payer national health care program, wants to fight to make sure that the wealthiest people in this country, like Donald Trump, start paying their fair share of taxes, wants to make sure that we have paid family and medical leave, raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, rebuild our crumbling infrastructure. If that's what Donald Trump is supporting, I think that's a good thing, and I hope Hillary Clinton does that as well. But frankly, of course, that is not what Trump will be saying. Point is, when you run for president of the United States, you got to make your case to the American people. And in fact, as you well know, there are many areas that I could have attacked Hillary Clinton on that I have chosen not to attack her on. What I have done is run an issue-oriented campaign. That is what the American people want. And by the way, when you have a real debate about real issues, when you get more and more people involved in the political process, it results in a higher voter turnout. Democrats will win in November, whether it's Clinton or myself as the candidate, when there is a high voter turnout. Republicans win when there is a low voter turnout. I think a vigorous debate, an honest debate about the real issues facing the American people will result in a higher voter turnout, which is good for Democrats.
Speaking of real issues, Donald Trump went after Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton repeatedly over the weekend, dredging up all sorts of personal attacks. I wanted to play a little bit of that for you and ask your reaction.
She's married to a man who hurt many women, and Hillary, if you look and you study, Hillary hurt many women, the women that he abused.
Do you remember the famous, I did not have sex with that woman, and then a couple of months later, I'm guilty. And she's taking negative ads on me.
He's called her an enabler. Do you agree with that?
Look, you know, the media loves that kind of stuff, and that's why Trump is doing so well. That is the kind of ugly stuff that I do not go near. No, I debate Hillary Clinton on the important issues facing working people. The media loves every ridiculous remark that Donald Trump makes. But we are going to stay focused on the issues. And the issues are a growing gap between the very rich and everybody else, and the fact that we have a government and a corrupt campaign finance system that enables the wealthy and the powerful to control legislation and economic decisions in this country. I want a government that represents all of us, not just the 1%. Those are the issues that I talk about, not Bill Clinton's personal life, not Hillary Clinton's emails, not the Clinton Foundation. That is what Trump will talk about. That's what the media will talk about. I will focus on the issues facing working families in this country, and I hope the media will allow that discussion to take place.
And as you say, it's a hard climb to narrow this gap. And if you don't, Will you feel that the revolution has succeeded if she has moved towards your positions on a lot of these issues, and if you open up the democratic process and have fewer primaries like the closed primary in New York that you've complained so much about?
Well, Andrew, our focus right now is on winning the Democratic nomination. But this is what I want to say, whether I win or whether I don't. Democratic Party has got to note that we have won in virtually every contested contest out there. We have won a strong majority of people 45 years of age or younger. The ideas that I am bringing forth in this campaign are, in fact, the future of America and the future of the Democratic Party. And the Democratic Party is going to have to open their doors very, very wide to millions of working class people and young people who are tired of establishment politics, who want real change in this country, don't want a party dependent on Wall Street. They want a party that is going to stand up and fight against Wall Street. That is what the Democratic Party has got to do. If I am elected president, that is certainly what the Democratic Party will do, but I hope it happens in any case.
Senator Sanders, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Andrew.